Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. In today's video, we are going to discuss the part 2, that is the continuation topic for the last week video, how you can develop the prompt templates for the summarization task using the LangChain library. So today we will be discussing about that. So before that, I would like to thank to all my subscribers who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and also requesting to the new watchers to please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. So let us dive deep into the video. Please tap the bell icon for the latest notifications. So in the last week, I have discussed what exactly the LangChain library and what are the main use cases of the LangChain library. So now we will see the prompt templates, and again I usually don't keep the videos of more than 15 minutes of length because it will be very overwhelming for the students who are the beginners and who are following my videos. So that's why I usually keep in the length of 15 minutes. So anything more than that we'll be discussing as a part 3 as a continuation topic as in the next week. So now we will see what exactly the prompt templates are, and we will see some of the code for the application. So what is prompt template? So there are two words, prompt and the template. First we will understand the word prompt and then we'll go to the template. So prompt is nothing but you are specifying the instructions or the clear matter that you want to convey to the LLM model. For example, I will tell you a simple example. Suppose there are two people who doesn't know each other, that means who don't have any common language to communicate between those two. So what is the best way of communicating their ideas to each other? One thing is you can ask help of any other person who can have a common language and who can convey this particular first person ideas to the second person. So that means the second person, the third person who is coming in the middle of these two persons is acting like a prompt and conveying the first person's ideas to the second person. So that is called prompt. Similarly, in the technical aspects, here whatever the instructions that you want to convey to the LLM model, you can do with the help of a prompt. And the templates are nothing but the syntax or the structure or that particular format where you can write your prompt and you can pass it to the LLM model. So this is called a prompt template. This is the actual meaning of the prompt template. The simple example that I will tell you. So in the earlier days, before the generative AI came into picture, so usually whatever the application that you're developing using Java, C, C#, etc., everything you are doing with the help of programming language that you're actually doing. For example, if you want to develop a simple website, so you're using some front-end languages, frameworks, back-end languages, etc., right? And whenever if you want to process the text language especially, it's a very difficult way because you have to write exact code, right? But now with the help of generative AI, you don't need to know any language. You don't need to know the syntax. You don't need to know the loops, etc., You just want to tell what exactly that you want to tell with the help of simple text. So that comes into picture called generative AI. That means you are simply giving the instructions in the form of language that you are communicating with the human. Right? So that is called prompt. So that's why this prompt engineering has been in demand in this current technology. And there are various principles and various rules and syntaxes that you should follow for giving the prompts. So that is a separate branch of topic or separate field that is emerging too. So that things we will discuss in a separate video. But as of now, think like it's some simple instructions where you can give the set of things that you want to do in your application to your LLM. Okay. So now let us see what you need to do for setting up the template. The first thing that you have to do is you have to import the library, that is prompt template, from the LangChain. And then second thing is you have to instantiate your template method that is called from underscore template, and you have to pass your input text that you want to pass. So this is the thing that you have to do. So if you observe here, from LangChain import prompt template, and prompt template is equal to prompt template dot from underscore template, and here you are passing the text. So here I'm passing, tell me a adjective joke about the content. So now I'm actually passing my adjective and content, that is adjective equal to funny and content equal to cows. So that means you're asking, tell me a funny joke about cows. Okay, so this is the way of instantiating your prompt. Next step is you have to set your LLM. So here I'm using the GPT model. So first thing is you have to instantiate your OpenAI instance by passing your key. And now you're passing the template actual instructions, what you want to do in your application. So I want to extract what is happening, that is summarized version of the input text that I'm passing. And also I want to know what are the persons or the companies that are involved in my text. So these are the two things that I want to do. So for that, what you're doing, so template equal to, so these are the triple quotes, that is nothing but the string so that you want to give. So remember, whenever you're giving prompt, always make sure you're using this syntax of triple quotes. So please summarize the following piece of text. So respond in a 2 short sentence with bullet points providing what happened, who was involved, including companies and persons. So if you observe here, this is everything in the form of simple text language. For example, you are calling to your friend and you're asking your friend to come to the party. So what you will tell to your friend, hey, hi, how are you? So I'm inviting you to my birthday party. Could you please come? So this is the thing that you're doing, right? So what are the things that you're talking to a human? So the same thing, the same language you can give to the chat GPT, that is an LLM model. So that is why the generative AI has become so much demand in today's world, because you don't need to know any language, you don't need to know any code, etc., etc. If you're aware of doing the things in the form of simple text, and if you're very much clear of what you want to do, you can simply give the instructions in the form of simple English language. So that is called a generative AI. That is nothing but the prompt engineering. Okay, so here you are passing the instructions, and then here you are just calling the text, this is the variable, so you can pass dynamically. So in the Python, so once you're initialized with it, you can pass, like once you kept the variable here, once you are done with initializing your variable, so you can just pass your text. So here prompt is equal to prompt template of input variables equal to text and template equal to template, which is a template that we have already given the above. Now we are passing the text as an input. This is your entire text of your input. So for this particular text, you want to extract the first bullet point, the summarized version of the text, and the second bullet point, you want to extract what are the names and what are the companies that are involved. Okay, so first you are just knowing what exactly the length of the text is. Why you have to know this length? First thing is, as I mentioned in my earlier videos, whatever the text that you are passing, everything are divided into tokens and some chunks of text, because whenever you are passing multiple documents or multiple things, all those text will be divided into small chunks, and those chunks in each word will be a token. Okay, so whenever you're doing that, if you are exceeding the limit, that means per rate token is rising, that is if it is hitting more tokens than the maximum size that is expecting, then you cannot get the output. Okay, so this thing will be depends upon the price that you are purchasing your model. That means the price or the cost that you're spending actually on your model. So as I mentioned, API keys previously are provided by free by GPT when it's first started, but now it's been like it has some cost involved in it, like $20 per month, $30, etc., etc. So based on your plan and based on the things, based on the model that you are choosing, so everything is having some different scenarios. So make sure you have to know exactly how many words are there in your text, so that you cannot hit the maximum tokens whenever you're instantiating your GPT code. Okay, So there are 399 words, and then you're just printing the it's in a cleared version, like you can easily understand the output. So that's why I just printing like this: print of prompt begin, and then final prompt is equal to prompt dot format of text, and then you're printing the final prompt, and then prompt ends. Okay, so you're printing the instructions and the entire text. Okay, and then prompt is ending. Now you want to see the output for your input. So what you're doing first, you have to you have to tell what model that you're using. So your model is GPT 3.5 Turbo Instruct. So you're passing that model into your variable, and then you're just which underscore model equal to this model one, and then this is as usual. I think this has been done almost in many of our videos. So output equal to llm.invoke. You're using the invoke function. Then you're passing your final prompt and your temperature and model. I have already told you what is temperature, what is max tokens, and what are these parameters for. So again, I'm remembering, but if you want to know the clear picture of what they are, just go to my previous videos. You can find all of my videos. So what is meant by temperature? So for the LLMs, there are two different types of, there are more parameters, but the most common arguments that you are passing for the function is temperature and max tokens. So temperature is nothing but it will help you to check the randomness in your output. For example, you want to have the consistent outputs, then it's better to have from 0 to 0.5. If you want to see the vivid range of outputs, then go and explore with 1.0. It's completely based on your task. So based on your application, based on the outputs that you want, you can explore the different range of values, and you can see which is yielding the good consistent results, and you can choose that particular temperature. So because again, since it's completely based on the task, we cannot say this is the good temperature, this is the good temperature. But usually if you have from 0 to 0.5, you'll have consistent outputs, and if you have 0.5 to 1, it will be more random outputs. That's the thing. So I'm using temperature as 0 and trying, and then you're printing the number of words, and then you're printing the output. So I have total 172 words, and this is my output, and these are the persons that are involved and the companies that are involved. So I have 2 bullet points, 2 bullet points, 2 bullet points, 2 bullet points. Okay, so in this way you can get the output. So similarly, I was just trying with summary. We have a summary, but it's a very long one, right? Because there are more than 2 sentences in our bullet points. So you're just exploring that with the help of 1, okay, by keeping 1 as a temperature. Because I told you, you can keep from 0 to 1. So anything like 0, 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.5, and so on, like 1, okay? So you're keeping 1 and then seeing. So here, see, the number of words it has been reduced. Like previously it is showing 172, but now it is giving 154. And see, the summarized version is little bit less, and you're having 2 bullet points. Okay, so but this is a bit shorter, right? So you're having little shorter things. So again, what you're telling is so that's why you want to change your instructions. So again, it's completely based on your task. It's your own interest. So what application you are building, what exactly the thing that you want, based on that you can do the instructions. Okay, it's your customized version. So these days all the customized things have been becoming so trendy or so in demand, right? So especially the clothes, how you're customizing. So especially the jewelry that you're customizing. Similarly, for your application, what customized things that you want to add, what the customized things that you want to remove, everything you can do with the help of instructions. So what I'm doing is I'm asking, and now please summarize the following piece of text by describing what happened and who has involved. Respond with no more than 80 words. So since I have the outputs which I have seen, like when I'm giving 0 temperature, it is giving so long, and 1 it is giving very short. So I want just like 80 words, and you're telling that the same thing. And then similarly, you're just passing the text and so on. So these are the same, like you need to initialize the template, you need to pass your input variable as your text, and then you have to make sure you're calling or invoking your particular LLM model. Oh, these are the 3 steps that you're doing in the common. Okay, so which underscore model, and then you're printing. See, this is, there are total 109 words, and it's okay. So that means it's good, it's reasonable. So you're asking no more than 80 words, but it's okay. There is no much difference between 80 and 109, right? So it's fine, you're getting the output. Okay, so that means whenever you're setting the 0 and having the instructions, it is having a bit of the long summary, and whenever you're trying with the same one, like temperature as 1, you're having different, like it's having very short summary. So whenever you're having the instructions a bit clear, it is following the same. So that means here only you can understand the instructions is very important, because how the way that you're communicating is very much important. The simple thing is, whenever you're communicating with any group of people, the best thing is you want to have good communication skills, and you have to know the grammar, etc. whenever you're speaking the tenses and all. Otherwise you cannot communicate properly, and also you have to use good vocabulary. So these are the things that you normally keep in your mind whenever you're talking to a group of people. Similarly, whenever you're communicating to LLM models, it's very important to communicate very clearly in the instructions. So that is the main important concept in the prompt engineering. So whenever you change your prompt instructions, it is giving some good results. So the best thing is always make sure you are providing the instructions clearly, and also try to explore by keeping different parameter values for max tokens, temperature, etc., and based on the output that you received, now select on your own choice or on your own customized application of what requirements that you have, so that you can yield to the better results. So this is the main output summary.